Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll rot into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. The scars collected all their lives. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harm just to touch a dream. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. When the world is calling out your name, begging you to fight. Pick yourself up once more. Pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die.
And here we are. Welcome. So this is the GRLCS Spring 2020 quarterfinals. I am Red Skull Dragon with special guest Asami.
Hello, everyone. It's been a
Hey.
while.
Yeah. This is first time streaming at my location here. Tell me in the chat how everything sounds, everything looks. Not exactly sure how it really looks for you guys, but hopefully it turns out fine. And tonight we are going to have GSM versus Sensei Squad, both Platinum divisions. So, going to be pretty nice games to see. We saw that I believe all four of them in the Platinum division is like tied up. Thanks League of Legends is great 1, 2, 3 for that. And let's just go ahead and jump right into the game. No, this is Champ Select. I'm still getting used to everything, but one second. Just gotta switch over, and here we go. So on the blue side, we have GSM, Jack Love's Lamp in the top side, playing Mordekaiser, Akaido playing the Kazakhs in the jungle, Fred playing Ziggs in the mid lane, and then for the bot lane we have Worst Monk and Arya Panda in the bot lane playing the Xayah Rakan duo.
Yes, and on the side of uh, SQD, my bad.
Yes,
It's,
Sensei
I
Squad.
having to get used to things as well. On the side of Sensei Squad, we have Ed Forless on Bobby in the top side, U.S. Secret Service as Trundle in the jungle, Midnight Slushy on Azir in the mid lane, and Boosted Asian and Zale 1212 on Morgana in the bot lane.
Yeah, and these
And Fortune, and Miss Fortune.
yeah, Morgana and Misfortune in the bot lane. Both pretty strong champions, not a lot of synergies per se with each other, but both really strong where they don't necessarily need the synergies that Xayah Rakan come with. So right now, not too much is happening other than they're pinging out that they have a ward right there, just so they know that if Secret Service goes to his Raptors in this early part of the game, and or know if he's like in the area, like getting red and then his blue. So yeah, not too much to talk about here. You may not know this, Sean, since you were gone for quite a while, but a lot of these teams are actually tied for fourth, or all tied up in terms of score. But in like a lot of these tiebreakers, they do split them up with GSM in the fourth place, while go ahead and check. I believe, yeah, GSM in fourth place with C-Flow, third. Wait, and then Sensei Squad is in the other division. I believe they're first, unless that changed, but I don't really have that all pulled up for right now.
All right. So it's pretty good to know. And as we see, Trundle is making his way top side, but he goes straight over to his red, so he will not be spotted. That ward, I believe, should be expiring pretty soon too. So,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
placed
there it
pretty
is.
early, and there it goes. Right now, a lot of pushing power in the bot lane, so they have priority there, but the jungler is not there.
Yeah, and you can see they also put a deep ward on Kazakh's blue. So if he decides to go straight to blue or to Grump, they will know exactly. And now we see they're actually about to have an encounter. And this is not a fight you want Aikado. It is time to scram. Aikado will use the last fight. He will be able to get away.
Yeah, Trundle definitely duels a lot better than Kha'Zix in the early game, just because he can do a lot with his press the attack, rather than the Conqueror that Akaido has, which is what you want to do, but it's not a lot for the early game power that you need in order to really duke it out with the Trundle, the jungle.
Yeah, and here we see a little bit of trouble in the top, but they'll be okay. Trundle was making his way over to Kazakhs once again. He is wanting to bully Kazakhs as much as possible.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good thing to do, considering that you kind of have to worry about how strong Kha'Zix can get, even when he's ahead. He does have to Conqueror, which means his burst potential isn't as fast, but he still will do just about the same amount of damage. And still, with the Conqueror, he will act sort of like a bruiser as well. So you don't want to make sure he doesn't necessarily stays even or get ahead for that fact.
Yeah, and now we see both junglers are in that bot side, but both Scuttles will be going over to US Secret Service. So he will have the double Scuttles, and while that is really nice to have, there will still be plenty of time for Aikado to not have to worry about losing those as long as nothing happens. But bot lane a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, we do have you servants in here.
Yeah, and as you said that, he did end up forcing the flash out of Ari Panda, so he will be able to stay safe, as well as Boosted Agent. He was really low.
Yeah, and that's just going to give a lot more power to them in the top lane though. Ooh.
Yeah, top lane, the auto will go through, and that will be first blood over for over to Jack Love's Lamp.
Yeah, that's our boss, or at least my boss. Yeah. So, recently we have seen Jack Love's Lamp play a lot more of these bruiser top laners rather than a super tank that Poppy is, or like Ornn. So it is interesting to see him get some of these solo kills in this early parts of the game and really take abuse of how strong Mordekaiser can be. He's going to use Death Realm, but
Yeah.
gets stunned up by Ephorius.
Yeah, but he still has the flash, and he is on the hunt. Effortless is trying his best to get away. He turns back for some reason, and he is still on the run. He will barely survive. And I honestly think it was that corrupting potion that might have saved him. It started ticking.
Yeah, getting that corrupting potion taking down means that you'll be able to feel just a little bit tankier, which is what you need, and definitely saved him right there. I mean, that was the difference between less than one health little bar, so definitely does help out. Now we have Akado coming up into the top side though.
Yeah, Aikado is coming up to the top side. There was the ulti from Ziggs as well. They are wanting to get this kill. They know exactly where Effortless is, meaning that he is on the run once again. He will fall. You will not be able to push your way to safety. Another kill going over, and this time to Aikado.
Yeah, and hopefully Jack Love's Lamps can take advantage of this since Ephorius no longer has TP as well. Means that they can go ahead and get a reset off, go back to lane, get some power, but right now bot lane is taking a lot of abuse.
Yeah, and that's just what happens when you're a Zaya, having to depend on your support against a Misfortune. So Misfortune, obviously that double tap's gonna do a lot of damage. And you see, there's CS leads everywhere for them. I mean, the top, like, the only one that's not on the side of GSM the is the top side. I mean, top side being dominated by Jackal Slam.
Yeah, Jack Love's Lamp is pretty much the only CS lead they have, as you said. So they are looking to try and make a lot of power happen in this top side, rather the bot side is kind of lackluster just because how Zaya has performed so far in the season, or at least recently. But we'll see if Aikado can bring some of that power he got top lane and bring it down. But Mercmonk, ooh, just getting hit again by that double up.
Yeah, that double up's gonna force him to step away, especially with Trundle in the area. So he will have to get away. Effortless should be okay, or maybe not. I may have spoken a little too soon. The ulti will come out, but you're not sending him that far away. But it'll be enough safety. He will be safe. Death Realm will not live up to the name, and that'll be the first dragon going over, which is a Cloud Drake, so no Cloud Soul.
And no Cloud Soul, looks like next one's gonna be Mountain. So that means we have Infernal or Ocean. I have a track record, I believe, of 1-6 now. So what do you think the Drake will be?
You know, I feel like it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a little spicy. I think it's gonna be a little hot.
So you're thinking it's gonna be the Infernal. Well, since you said Infernal, I'm just gonna go pick with the Ocean, and I'm prepared to be wrong once more. It's a 50-50 chance, but boy, I am unlucky. You should see my TFT gains.
Man, I don't know if we can really say it's a 50-50 then. I think it's more of a 99-1.
Honestly, but yeah, we have Jackal Lance. He's still exerting a lot of this top lane pressure, which is kind of what they need, since considering that their top lane is pretty much the only strong or winning, I would say, lane right now. Bot lane is 20 CS behind, while in the mid lane is pretty much dead even. But I believe Azir gets his power spike a little sooner before Ziggs does, just because he has to build the Nashers instead of needing to rely on the Lost Chapter item, which is a little more expensive.
Yeah, and as we see, both Aikado and US Secret Service are here in the top side. It looks like they're gonna make a play right now onto Jackal's Lamp. Here's the Trundle, and Jackal's Lamp has no ulti up. He's going to fall. Wait, yeah, he will fall, and that means Aikado coming up is just a hello. He's gonna have to jump away. The ultimate coming out from Fred, but that is not what you want to see if you're GSM.
Yeah, fortunately though, Furious is the only one that got the kill, so he's gonna do a little better in lane. But not having it on your jungler, who's doing a lot of damage and roaming around these maps really well, means that that power is gonna stay pretty much in the top lane rather than moving over to like the mid lane or the bot lane per se.
Yeah, and it's just really unfortunate what happened because both junglers are in the area, but Aikado decides that he wants to take that Herald, which is a good move, but it's also bad because of the fact that the US Secret Service, he gets up, he's able to get the kill onto Jackal's Lance. The TP will come out, so they will be able to get the Herald successfully, but still, kind of unfortunate what happened, and the lead is just starting to pile up in the bot side now. Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, I believe Aikado is doing a good move by not going too much into the bot side. Even though they're losing, they have a lot of safety in those Rakan picks because of how far Rakan can push up and then immediately move back to Xayah. As long as Arya Panda is able to dodge away from Dark Binding, they're pretty much safe from a lot of engages, and then can heal up thanks to the little healing that Rakan has. So it's not too bad of a matchup. They can still scale very, very well. But and then Akado has a lot more room to move around, like such as this mid lane.
Yep, and he has no clue that he was there, but he's trying to make it work, and he's gonna use the bear. He will be able to get away, but on the bot side there is another fight taken out. The ultimate will come out. Where's Monk is so low. He's gonna flash to get away, but the ultimate will be saved. But man, where's Monk again? Just way too close for comfort.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there since I believe that was both a cleanse and flash at the same time, cleansing away any debuffs that she might have had, such as like an ignite. And Jackal's land right back onto it. Furious trying to get another lead for his team right now, trying to get some kills and ooh.
Yep. Oh, the flash coming in. He will be. Wait, no, the ultimate was canceled because of the flash. So he's going to be able to get away. A clutch flash coming in. And now he's wanting to fight, but Jackal's Lamb will not be able to get the kill. You are under tower, my friend. That is not successful.
Yeah, he was looking to try and get him with the like hit him with the mace down, whatever it's called, the obliterate. I want to say obliterate. Yeah. Hit him with that obliterate to do a tons of damage, and then auto him. Maybe get an E in so he can has his passive up, but not getting the combo or not landing your obliterate just did not spill out. Great Aikado here in the top lane now, and he's gonna try to make something happen, but it's Poppy kind of stops a lot of Kha'Zix's way to engage other than walk at you.
Yeah, and it's also sad because as Jackal's Lamb died underneath the tower, bot lane also lost tower. So that was also really unfortunate on their side.
Yeah, this game is starting to look up on the side of Sensei Squad. I believe this is a one-round elimination, or like, a series where you play best out of 3, but then but once you lose, you lose. So hopefully GSM will be able to make it out. It is only 14 minutes in the game. They had dropped the Rift Herald to get some good platings. I believe that Jackalope Slant picked up those platings, so hopefully he'll be stronger once the game as the game progresses. But yeah, little bot side or mid side action.
Yeah, that flash was really key. That was a really good part with the ulti, but he's gonna get caught. Fred will go down. Shurima has risen in the mid lane. The kill will go over.
Yeah, and looks like it might be another tower since Ziggs is pretty much the only one that can really do a lot of good wave clearing, and looks like that tower is going to go down. We have Arya Panda going in with Hakado coming in through the back, and then Worst Monk getting a huge ultimate, but it's just going to get hit.
Yeah, and as you say that, he's Aikado's trying to get the kill onto Boosted Agent. He will be able to pick it up. Jackal's will fall, and so will Aikado. That is a not official ace. I don't believe it's an official ace. Yeah, because Fred did end up respawning. But technically, it is an ace,
Yeah.
and not only that, but they kind of lost a lot because there was no bounties. You lost your you're gonna lose your top turret, and you lost your mid lane turret, while everyone ends up dying. And
Yeah, and that's not looking great, but they still have the option to scale up. Top side, like I said earlier, is a lot where the pressure is. We have Euphorius being 3-0. Jackalope's Lamp tried to get another kill onto Euphorius, but this Poppy is just too tanky with the base damages, along with Bombi Sitter doing a lot for them as well. And then this bot lane is slowly scaling up. 30 CS behind is gonna hurt, but hopefully they'll be able to make up the difference. I guess with the relic shield, we're assuming that every hit is another CS for the ADC. So it's about even if you consider the relic shield, but not all of the relic shield goes to bot laner. Sometimes it goes to jungler, or as we saw just now, the mid laner with the cannon minion.
yeah, and it kind of, I don't want to say it's starting to go into a down spiral, but it's not looking too hot, especially because of what's been happening. Like, the Trundle, he's going tank. So since he's going tank, he's going to end up getting tankier. Poppy's gonna get tankier, and they're going to be protecting those main carries. They're gonna be protecting the Fortune and the Azir. And now with Infernal Soul, it's gonna be even scarier. And wow, Ari Panda, the reflexes of a god, that was way too close.
Yeah, being able to dodge away from that means that she won't lose her life. Fred right here, though, might lose his. Alright, and I know kind of something to happen, but not seeing anything. Smug taking a weird path in front of the in front of a tank and Midnight Slushy, but they won't have anything to capitalize on that.
Yep, but they're going straight onto Jackalope's Lamp, and Jackalope's Lamp is really low. The ultimate coming out, but it's hitting no one. Seems like it was mainly used as a getaway, as now they're trying to engage once again, but they're going to be able to take out Ari Panda. The feathers do fly, but nothing will come out. It'll be one for nothing, and everyone is on the retreat, but seems like Herald is taken, and the effort to stop does.
Yeah, and again, it's just looking all up for Sensei Squad right now. Like, they're 3,000 gold lead. They just won that fight pretty well, and they have 2 dragons up. They're only 2 dragons away from their Infernal Soul. I would like to point out, I am 1-7 now. I'm 1-7 for these dragons, so unlucky. But yeah, right now it's just looking a lot on the side of Sensei Squad. Their top lane is very strong. They have Poppy's just going to get tankier, while everyone else is going to kind of fall off, since Mordekaiser is really strong for this mid to early late game. He doesn't necessarily provide such a good utility as Poppy does in the late game, where Poppy can tank for her ADCs and carries much better.
Yeah, and they're going for another fight, but they're not going to have Midnight Slushy. Midnight Slushy's way too low, and they're trying to get more, and we see Zaya is going to barely stay alive, and Ed Boreas is getting the kill onto that Zaya. TP does come out from Jackalope's Lamp, so they will be able to do a lot, but they will take out Aikado. Now Ed Boreas goes back in. He is on Jackalope's Lamp. Jackalope's Lamp is low. He will use the ultimate, and he will be able to take out the Azir, but now he's left alone. Secret Servant will get the kill. Fred is going to get the kill. And now it is starting to go from bad to worse to whatever's worse than worse. It's going horrible now.
Yeah, they just spawned Rift Herald, which is a good play because they're taking advantage that no one is alive on the map other than Smug that just respawned. They don't need everyone on the dragon. Going ahead and take the dragon, they're 1 away from Dragon's Soul. And while they already have this mid lane pushing hard.
Yeah, and it's it's going. It was going so okay, and I'm having technical difficulties.
Well, yeah, as you were saying, it was going okay for them. They were pretty much even, other than the top side where Jackalop's Lamp had a little bit of lead. Aikado managed to get a kill as well, but they unfortunately top side was they had a little more better plays with USC Secret Service coming in and getting a kill onto Jackalop's Lamp, which kind of sent him into a downward spiral, and now everything is not looking to the best for GSM right now. Sensei Squad is available for. I mean, this is only 20 minutes in the game where we're going to start getting into a lot more of these. Everyone's in around their 2-item range, and a lot more power spikes are going to be met in these team fights. But that's still quite a ways to go for GSM to try to make some really good plays out. Right now, they're looking to try to catch off Jackalop's Lamp. I want to say this might be a Trundle E-Mats just because of how strong the slow is, but who knows? He might just play, I don't know what's actually known for Trundle, but now looks like they might be trying to get a pick off these three.
Yeah, but the spell shield will be so nice. That'll keep boosting Agent safe. Zale is in the death row, but he's going to pin the Morty. Death row will be only for you. Midnight Slushy will pick up the kill. Zale will fall to Fred as the bomb does come in handy. Now, Edforius is on the hunt. So is US Secret Cervix. The ultimate will come out. That'll save Worst Monk NA. And now it is GSM on the run from Sensei Squad. It's Sensei Squad just being able to turn around most of these fights. And there's another kill. And that was the pillar that came in handy there. And they're going to take the top turret finally. It's just Sensei Squad picking up or getting these really good startups, mainly.
Yeah, it's not looking great for GSM. Now they're 5k gold down. We have mid lane just scaling up really well, but maybe a pick off of Edforius here. Jackalop's Lamp is going pretty deep in, but he's gonna have to back out because of how much damage he's taking by Boost Age and Midnight Slushy.
Yeah, and the Spirit Visage and the Merc Treads were really nice for Edforius. If he didn't have that MR from either of those items, yeah, he's probably dead. He's more than likely.
And then looks like Misfortune will be able to pick up the Infinity Edge and has quite a bit of lead over top of Worst Monk and A, who is still working on the second item while Misfortune is grabbing that third one, which is generally around the power spike, the 3-item power spike when you're a crit champion, or a crit ADC, I should say. So this is looking really good for Sensei Squad here, and they're playing where it matters. This is quarterfinals, so they were like very strong in their division of the I can't remember, it was Solari or Lunari Conference, Solari Conference, and they're just bringing it over to this Lunari team that managed to reach the fourth place slot.
Oh, they're going to get Fred. Fred almost had the back available, but he will not get away. It'll be the barrier saving Midnight Slushy, but they will pick up the top turret. However, Dragon's going to be up in about a minute's time, but so will Fred. Fred will be up before then.
Yeah, we have Jackalop's Lamp still pushing in the top side because he has that TP, and Edforius doesn't. So Edforius has to stay with his team right now because of the Dragon coming up. Arya Panda's looking for an engage, Akado in the area, and Featherstorm coming out from Worst Monk, TP coming down from Jackalop's Lamp.
It's gonna get cancelled by the Morgana. He will get the stun off, and now boosted agent. He's on the run. He will fall. However, he will not, or he will be okay. They will get another kill. Edforius is looking for Worst Monk NA. Worst Monk NA does not have the ultimate available. He will fall. Here's Midnight Slushy. He wanted to get the kill. Aikado will flash away, and they will be safe. You will not be able to pick up that kill, Fred. That is a tanky, Poppy, and now it is looking. Well, they did get a really nice bounty. It goes over to Aikado, and now the dragon is really the main priority. But Zale is going to get away. Good flash, good spell shield.
Yeah, and this is another fight they want to look for. No TPs available, so that means everyone's going to be here in the pit. Zale being low is going to be a strong benefit right now, but not everyone is there yet. Warsmug and A just respawned, is aiming to walk over there immediately, but Mr. Asian has already made it up with the team, so it's now a 5v4 with Warsmug and A turning to make it a 5v5.
Yeah, but it looks like it seemed like they were wanting to go for a reset, but they know they can't as this is Soul Point. They want to make sure they get this last Inferno without giving up any.
Yeah, if we look at the gold, they do all have a little bit of gold to buy some items, but right now everyone's looking to pick up these strides.
And it's going to get taken by the Misfortune. The shuffle will come out, and it is now the Infernal Soul taken. However, and Furious barely able to get away. 2 members fall. Zale will fall too. That will be 3 members down. And now we can see that it's going to be GSM making their way to the mid lane to push it out. The timers aren't too long, so Sensor Squad doesn't have too much to fear. However, having that Inferno Soul now is very scary for GSM, or if you're on the side of GSM.
Yeah, but I do want to point out, they are only about 2,000 gold down, so that means with that one team fight, they closed out a lot of their lead. And if they can play some of these team fights right, yeah, the enemy team has the Infernal Soul, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's win condition. It's helpful for a lot of these team fights and picks, but if you play this right and if GSM plays this right, they can definitely still make this their game right here.
Yeah, and it's so rare to see, like, whenever we see an Ocean or an Infernal Soul lose, it's extremely rare just because those are the best ones to see.
Right now, Jacob Slam is trying to get picked, as was Furious going in for a re-engage. The Satchel Charge goes out, which is a strong disengage tool that they're going to be losing out, unfortunately, but we gotta make sure they're going to stay safe. Sensei Squad had the option to maybe go for this Baron, but they're going to opt in to maybe try to force a lot more sieging power thanks to the champions, how far ahead they are opposed to your laners.
Yeah, I just think they didn't want to risk it being a 50-50. I think them knowing, like, it's still a 50-50 chance is just a little too scary. And it seemed like they were trying to set up a Death Bush at a small point, but no Death Bush will happen. And now we see they're all in that top side. They're all playing around the Baron. And Fred is picked. And this is bad. Fred will fall. And now US Secret Service is going to fall. Or Jackal's Flame is going to fall. Not US. US Secret Service gets the pick on. He was the one that started it. That is my bad.
Yeah, he living, and now let's see, with 2 picks down, they're going to go ahead and look for this Baron. We do have Aikado, who is 1 level up against US Secret Service, so they're going to have to watch out for that, but they have 2 people guarding it. Hopefully, yeah, they're going to go ahead and take the Baron. One kill will go down onto Furious, and once right now, Sensei Squad is looking very good with Baron and Dragon Soul under the belt.
Yeah, I think they were kind of just like, all right, if Ed Furious ends up losing it, it doesn't matter. He's just here to keep our guys protected anyway. Who needs 5 Barons? Am I right?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, have you seen a Poppy with a Dragon Soul? Big damage, even though you're super tanky. It's funny. I mean, like, the Sunfires on top of the Infernal, it's just like, why does he do more damage than our ADC?
Imagine you're trying to figure out why you're losing in the damage department to a Poppy. Turns out it was just the Infernal Soul and the Sunfire Cape damage just accumulating.
it's a lot of damage ever since they made those buffs. So right now, we have both teams rotating over to around the bot side since the next objective is that bot inner tower alongside of the Elder Dragon that's spawning up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and it's a little strange. I just looked at the items, and I know we were joking around about some stuff. With a Mordekaiser, usually it's the ADC that wants to pay the tax, right? Like, explain to me why instead of it being the ADC, it's the support. Why support pay tax here?
You always pay your taxes.
I mean-
And I'd imagine they're also looking to maybe grab a, I don't know, the Chaos, I believe. Ooh, Jackalo's Lamp looks like he got picked out here. He's going to use the ultimate so he can dodge from this Fortune ulti. Big brain move.
Yeah, that was a really big brain move, but he is still being chased. US Secret Service will get the kill. This time, he will fall. This time, I will not be caught in a lie. And now it's a 1-for-1. They are still pushing it in, but they are slowly getting lower. The tower is going to fall, and the flash and the ultimate being used by our Panda. But defensively, the shuffle will pick up the kill, but Midnight Slushy... Oh no, Aikado survived. I thought that was Aikado falling. Midnight Slushy died to Aikado.
Yeah, he used the ultimate and immediately fell down as well. Is this the start of a comeback? I don't know, man. It is looking kind of dicey for GSM for a return for them, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. We have seen worse. We have seen the return of Middlesticks and Dog of Hat game back then, so that was quite a spicy game. And to answer Kilo KC's question, I'll look it up right now. Let's see, Return to Middlesticks versus Sensei Squad. That's going to be at night, at 10 o'clock tonight Central Time. It's going to be Marcane's and me right now, but we have a team fight going on, sorry.
Yeah, and the Elder's picked up by the Trundle! It is going to be close to impossible now. They will pick up the kill on Jackalo's Lamp. There is a 30-second timer now. I think if they wanted to end it, they probably could have, or maybe they just didn't feel like they had... Maybe they just don't feel like they had enough help. I feel like they could have just forced the bot. They could have just forced it in, but, you know.
A little security never goes unwanted, because, I mean, you have now all this kill potential, huge, going in, TP coming in, Arya Panda dies to Dragon Breath.
Yeah, and Boosted Nation will get that kill, and now the main ones are back up. Where's Monk NA is back up, but Where's Monk NA immediately is dropped to half health. The client will keep them safe, and they have pushed it into 1. They're trying to get more now. Now, the main question is, how are they going to get back? How is GSM going to get back? And that is how you take out the ADC. But Midnight Slushy is still alive. The shuffle comes in. And now that'll be 3 members down. Midnight Slushy is still alive. So is Edforius. They are going to take this inhibitor, but I don't think they will be able to end it now. No, they're gonna go ahead and retreat, and that'll be the end of that fight. But Aikado... Was Aikado just caught out or spotted out? What happened?
Not exactly sure right there, but man, this is not looking great for GSM. The Elder Dragon, the Elder Dragon expires in about 30 seconds, I believe. So, with those 30 seconds, the Baron will be up, and that's going to be the next objective that Sensei Squad will be looking to go for.
Yeah, and it's I don't know, it's just extremely dicey. Like right now, you had your top laner. I want to say this top laner got did he get like 3 kills topside at one point, or 2 kills topside solos, right?
Top lane? Are you
Yeah.
The top side. Jackpot's Lamp got it got one solo kill and then died 3 times to Euphoria's and US Secret Servants, while Ikato picked up 1 kill off of Euphoria's in the early game as well.
Okay. Because, like, this is kind of like, if you're Jackal's Lamps, you're kind of wondering, like, how did I get dragged from being the main big boy on the team to 393?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have, Jackal's Lamp doesn't necessarily have to rallies, which is an important tool for him to use, especially against these champions that can kite him out very well, specifically the Misfortune and the Azir, because he has rallies. But he opted in to go for a Nashers, which is not a bad item, by all means. It's not a bad item for Mordekaiser to pick up. But he also is looking to finish his Thornmail rather than just buy the Bramble Vest, which wouldn't necessarily do too much other than affect the Trundle. And speaking of the Trundle, they're going to go ahead and pick up that Baron.
Yeah, Baron will be picked up, and so I'm not typically the guy that'll do this, but I think if you're GSM, like, call me a Debbie Downer, but if you're GSM, I think at this point you're kind of at that point where it's like, well, might as well just roll next. It's kind of like a time to go next game now, because it's just, they're just so far behind now. They've lost so much.
I've seen worse. I mean, we saw the Diamond game with Return Mill 6 versus Doggo Pack Gang and how that went. I'm sure you all remember Game 3. If you were in that chat then, quite a game, quite a show. So there's still hope to hold on to. Jackal's Lamp is going to go ahead with the Death Realm, but he's just going to get caught out because he is the one with the Spell Shield. Akado's going to get caught on nets, but not before Fred goes down to the bullet time.
Yep. And, as you were saying, they were starting to fall, and the minute one person got caught out, that caused Worstmonk to go back. They tried to start a fight when Worstmonk was on his way back, and now they're going to be losing everything for it. Ikado's behind. He will pick up a kill to Midnight Slushy, but picking up a kill doesn't do anything. That'll be the game. What a good game to start things off.
Yeah, well played, Sensei Squad right there. They did an excellent job responding. Like, the early game, they were pretty even in mid lane. Bot lane was winning because of the CS difference. And then top lane, they started off not too great. They had an 0-2 top laner that already used TP, so it was already missing EXP. But then turned it around with the gank in the top side, where then Edforius just started snowballing against Jackal's Lamp instead, while every other lane was just scaling really excellently. Fred unfortunately just eventually got caught behind because the bot lane was so far ahead. They managed to roam up to the mid lane and pick up some kills off him, and just created more. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was just everyone towered everywhere here. But yeah, so with the bot lane lead they accumulated, they eventually brought that to the mid lane. The mid laner just got so far ahead because his laner was behind. So well played by Sensei Squad, and better luck next time for GSM. You do have one more. We do have another game to show, and we'll see if that's going to wrap up the series for now. So we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break for me to set that all up, and stay up, and we'll be right back right after. Welcome back. We just had a really good game with Sensei Squad versus GSM, with Sensei Squad pulling it out against GSM. Just managed to play just a little bit of a better game against them. So we'll see in this second game how well they can do.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens now. From what it seems like, it looks like Jack Loves Lamp is back onto what he normally plays. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen.
Yep. And since you're already talking about the teams, well, how about you go ahead and introduce this blue side?
Yeah. So on the side of the GSM, my bad.
No,
On the
the
side of
blue
GSM,
side is should be
no, I
Sensei
wanna,
Squad. Sorry.
no, I wanna introduce GSM. I
Oh,
wanna be
fine. Okay,
fresh.
fine. Red side, go ahead.
So on the red side, we have Jack Loves Lamp on Poppy. We have Aikado on Kane in the jungle. Fred is on Mordekaiser in the mid lane, and Worst Monk, NA, and Aripanda are Syndra and Leona
Ooh.
in the bot lane.
Yeah, as for the other side, one sec, sorry. As for the blue side, we have Sensei Squad. Ephorius in the top lane playing Urgot, US Secret Service, playing Zac in the jungle. In mid lane, we have Midnight Slushy playing Nico. Interestingly enough, having Fleet Footwork, not having the Glacial Augment, and then Boosted Asian and Zale in the bot lane playing the Aphelios and Nautilus.
Yeah, and there was just a lot of things that happened. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Obviously the first thing that stands out is the mage in the bot lane.
Yeah, having a Syndra in the bottom lane, maybe they'll have a little bit more luck with how Syndra can still scale up pretty well, even though they won't have exactly the tower pushing pressure they normally have. They have a little more of wave clear power with a Syndra alongside of a Mordekaiser, which both can take or clear out waves pretty well, as opposed to how it was Mordekaiser alongside of Ziggs.
Yeah, and the mage in the bot lane is, to be honest, one of my favorite things to do. Like, I love running Syndra in bot lane. It's just so much fun. She's so strong. Once she hits that level, like not even level 6, once she hits level 3, she makes basically everything that much harder.
Yeah, and not too much happening in this early parts of the game, which to be expected, even though they have some pretty strong aggressive supports to go alongside these ADCs. Mid lane is, it's range versus melee matchup, but with a no gap closer on the melee, so it's going to be not too much fun for Fred right now. But once he scales up just a little bit, I don't know why it's still stuck onto this bot lane. But you know what? We're going to have exactly just this angle on them, no moving or anything.
I mean,
There we go.
hey,
All right, thanks, Riot.
I mean,
And we're back to the spot.
and we're back.
But yeah, not much happening in this early parts of the game.
Yeah, there's not a whole bunch that's gonna happen. Aripanda is caught though. He's going to flash away. Right, let's say not much happening. They end up getting a flash out of Aripanda.
Good old caster curse. You know, you start saying a point and then they completely negate it.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'll take the blame on that one. My bad. I apologize, Ari.
Yeah, no farm. These are not farming lanes. This is aggressive all the time, but no kills given out. Flash is going to be burned, and that's going to be pretty useful for the side of Sensei Squad. And Akaido is here in the bot lane. They'll look for an early gank onto Boost Asian. Boost Asian using the cleanse early.
They're getting the flash out of Boosted Asian, and Zale is offering himself up to the wolves. So that'll be first blood. Give it over to Aikado. A much better start. Well, I would say a much better start for GSM than last game, but I can't say that as they've gotten the top, or they got first blood both times.
Yeah, but this time, you also have your bot lane that could get slightly more ahead rather than being constantly under tower. But top lane right now is going to get engaged on by Euphorius using I forget what it's called. And then using the purge right after. You know, the dash move that just got buffed recently. This is 10.7, by the way. Wait, is it 7 or is it 8? I'm confused on my numbers. It's the newest patch where they recently bugged fits Urgot, where his E properly gives him movement speed, and as well his ultimate is on 200 or 20 seconds less than before.
Yeah, as you see, for Jackless Lamps not having a fun time. This one is Ed Forius who's kind of getting the last laugh in as he's just able to go over them and be like, ha ha ha, I'm winning.
Yeah, but we saw how well that worked out for Poppy last time, or for the Poppy last time. You know, scaling up really well against this more so bruiser in the top side. And in the bot side, you know, just a little light trading, not too much happening. But we have Aikido in the mid lane, and we're just gonna cut right back to the bot lane because that's not important.
I mean, it seemed like Midnight was going to get away no matter what, so he was in the safe. I guess Riot just knows more than us. Riot just knew nothing was gonna happen.
Yeah, well, as we say that, we see
Oh.
the Secret Service trying to get a gank in, and he's going to go right onto Fred.
Yeah.
Fred has the ultimate, and he's surrounded by enemies.
Oh yeah, he is not in a good spot right now. He is being chased down by 4 members. Boosted Asian will get the kill, and Aikado and everyone else was just forced to watch their top or their mid laner just fall. I mean, that's what do you do in that situation? What do
You cry. If you know, obviously, if you're one of those toxic players, you just ping out the bot lane. It's like, man, why aren't you pushing? We have boosted, we have bot lane rotated all the way up to mid lane. Why aren't you pushing?
Yeah,
But,
and Aikado just stopped in the middle of his tracks. You noticed that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Yeah, just gonna let that happen and move on with the game. Right now, you know, top lane is looking a lot better. We have Jackal's Lamp getting a little more of these last labs using that Grassy and Dying procs. While bot lane is going to give a lot of respect to the Nautilus against the Worst Monk and Arya Panda. Worst Monk does not have as much mana to do a lot of the to compete in the damage department.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to point out, Jackal's Lamp back, he got a Rambo Best. And Arya Panda is caught. There is no way you get out of this. That is going to be another kill given over, and that is a lot of chakrams, right?
Yes, chakrams, or let's see, you have the Calibrums, Severum, Gravitum, Infernum, and then it goes into
Calibrum.
Calibrum. Yes, I wanted to say Cerebrum, but that's a brain. That's a brain part. But yeah, Calibrum. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the first Drake, being the Infernal. I am 1-7. Next one going to be Ocean, so I'm going to say we're going to move fast this game.
I don't know. I have a feeling that it's just going to be a tanky game.
Ooh.
And the flash and I believe that was the passive that came out to get the kill.
Attack.
Yeah, so very nice. Ultimate never launched on the side of Edforius, so he's lucky there. So he'll keep that. He will TP back top, so that'll be both without TP in the top lane. However, we will see Jackal's Lamp get it there. So more than likely, if a Dragon fight does ensue, and say they want to have another member come down for some reason, you know, Jackal's Lamp will more than likely be the respondent to that.
Yeah, and he'll be there, ready to pick up this potion, while Midnight Slushy doing the typical thing and taking the blue buff away from the Zac, since the Zac doesn't necessarily need the extra cooldown reduction that the blue buff gives you. It does help out a little bit, gives you a little bit of gold, but after you take your first blue buff, you can pretty much give every other one to your mid laner, so then they can have a little extra pressure in this lane, which is especially good because it's a range versus melee matchup.
Yeah, and I do just want to point out one thing is, wait, did he try to ulti? It looked like he pointed. I'm sorry, I saw the Mordekaiser ultimate. Yeah, there it is. It looked like he ultied before, and oh, Fred, oh no, buddy, you will be falling to your death. That was a fight he wanted. He wanted to take that.
Yeah, he wanted to until he got hit by the pop blossom, and then he realized, oh no, this is no longer a fight I wanted. But he kept going because he realized that like he was pretty much done for. After the Death Realm falls, he was like, alright, I'm pretty much done for. I'm gonna just keep going while Akado is looking to pick up the kill, getting a lot of these orbs, using the ultimate on the trespass onto Midnight Slushy, using the barrier, flashing away, flashing back in response. Now we have US Secret Service coming in, hitting the stretchy straw, and getting the chilling smite, and another chilling smite, and now let's bounce. Coming out, Akado went back in for whatever reason, and then got killed by the aftershock.
Yeah, yeah, I was trying to figure out what was happening there. I kind of just shut down. Like, I saw Midnight Slushy fall, and I liked what Midnight Slushy tried to do, the barrier, the flash, but that didn't work. And then we saw US Secret Cervix come out, and I think what I kind of was trying to do was use the ability to get over the wall.
Yeah, I think he might have tried to use his, man, I never remain. I know that Kane's ability names are edgy, but not edgy enough for me to remember. So I tried to use the Q to dash over the blue buff wall, is what I'm imagining, but did not come up soon enough, and he just ends up going back into his death while Jackalop's Lamp is in the top lane doing a lot of damage by doing nothing other than have a Bramble Vest.
Yeah, the
that whole Bramble Vest with the Ninja Tabbies is doing wonders for Jackalop's Lance right now. He was just walking at Edforius, and Edforius was doing all the damage. You know, Jackalop's Lance just repeatedly asking, why are you punching yourself? Why are you punching yourself? Why are you punching yourself? And just wins that trade.
yeah, and you know, that's as you said, that's the Poppy. That's the Poppy for you.
Yeah. Bramble Vest is a good item.
It is a very good item.
Yeah.
And I do want to just go ahead and say, they have no clue that Secret Cervix is there.
You know, have a little bit of the alcove gameplay coming in by you at Secret Service, but he realized, you know, this is dumb. I have an Aphelios that has Infernum up. He's just pushing really, really hard. So I'm just going to go ahead, rotate over, looking to take this Ocean Dragon.
Yeah, and I think it kind of was just, wait, Arvana's not in a good place right now. And oh, where's Monk has no mana, and
This is not looking too great because Syndra has no mana. It means that he will not be able to help in terms of a team fight right now. But Ikado's in the top lane, which means this is a free dragon for the other side.
yep, and once again, just all the damage coming out, and it was again the Urgot just punching himself over and over again. However, we have to remember one thing. If you want to go ahead and take whatever kind of pressure in that top lane, guess what? The other side is probably going to say, top lane's non-existent.
Of course, top lane is non-existent. We just saw that, you know, Secret Service taking advantage of that, while Fred is looking for an engage on to Midnight Slushy right here. And, alright, got his Conqueror Prots up now, so he's going to be doing tons of damage and healing against Midnight Slushy, but Midnight Slushy, ooh.
Oh, here goes that big boy, but big boy never hit. That'll be a solo kill given over to Midnight Slushy. The TP does come out from Jaggal's Lamp. He's on the chase, but he's stopped in his tracks. And Midnight Slushy might want to back more. He will. So he will be safe. They get the TP out of Jack Love's lamp, but they really, that's all they got. And at this point, the Mordekaiser, can we say the Mordekaiser's worth less than a minion now, or?
No, it's only 3 deaths. We gotta wait until we get to Yasuo level deaths in order to be that low. So no worries about that. Someone just, it says GetRECt TV posted in the chat. I have not touched this computer since, so I am afraid my computer is possessed by a ghost. So pray for me.
Wait, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Probably,
I know what it is.
it's probably someone else that's on here, but I'm just gonna say it's a ghost instead. I like that theory better, but bot lane is gonna get engaged on. Depth charge coming out, while huge amounts of damage coming through by boosted Asian, and disengage thanks to Zola.
Yeah, and I am gonna go ahead and say this. So, what I'm saying, and I want everyone to just hear me out on this theory, okay? What if the mystery or the ghost, what if that just so happens to be the ghost of Return of the Middle Six, who's probably thinking, Caster Curse got this, or made us
now
lose.
Kato's going in boost station, looking to pick up a double kill. He has already transformed. He's looking to pick the kill. He gets the kill.
Yeah, he's gonna get the kill. Where's Mug's gonna get extra? Was he not touched that whole time?
Untouched the entire time. Well, I mean, it's dying is not great, but not giving up a kill is also you know, not bad. So you know, why not? Not bad, and looks like they're going to go ahead and exert some bot lane pressure and push really hard. Wow, US Secret Service is in top side, but Jack Love's there with excellent reaction time using the steadfast presence in order to stop US Secret Service from losing that elastic slate shot.
Yeah, and it's kind of looking like GSM is just taking this lead. They put it in a bag and they've just slung it over their shoulder. They're just like, "Thank you, we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this, boy."
And now we just have, you know, it's still looking not like it doesn't look like, you know, there is a little bit of a goal lead on GSM right now, about 2.7, which is sustainable, or like, you know, it's substantial. It's nice to have. It's like almost an entire item completed, but right now, you know, the Sensei squad is like doing pretty well in the objective department, and now they're looking for a pick. There's 4 people there. Oh my.
Oh, I think Aikado and Ari just realized that they are in a tough spot, and Aikado did end up falling, but Boosted Asian is in the death realm. Midnight Slushy is trying to deal with Fred. Fred will end up falling, and now Worst Monk is on the run. And just like that, that lead is starting to seem like it was just a false hope.
Yeah, they did. You know, in theory, you have better power, but a lot of that power is in your top lane, or top side, I should say, where your jungler, you know, 4 and 1 at the time, and alongside your Poppy, who's farming really well too. But your mid lane, however, is falling a little bit behind because of the Nico doing quite a bit of damage. Having the fleet footwork is, I mean, I love that Midnight Slushy's actually rolling with it with the fleet footwork and picked up a Nashor's Tooth alongside of that, not opting in for the Super Soaker because, you know, realize I don't have Glacial Augment, why build the Glacial Augment item? So going ahead and picking up a Nashor's Tooth to do quite a bit of damage, all attack wise to Fred instead of relying on just the one path gameplay.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out why they decided to do what they did in that fight, because we saw that, you know, Ari Panda was just the only one. He was the only one that was died. Then they started going in one by one by one.
Yeah, I mean, Arya Panda was already in the area, and he knew that his team was coming over, so he looked to try to make it engage, but the fight happened just a little too quickly, and just ended off not in their favor. They're going to be fighting for this Cloud Drake, by the way, 2-7 is 9-9 new score, and both teams are just going to do a little bit of dance of starting Drake, doing Drake, and not doing Drake.
Yeah, and the Dragon will be taken. A fight is breaking out. The Nico will get a two-man ulti. There is the fear beyond death. It is living up to the name. Arya Panda will fall. And now it seems like Edforius is after Force Monk NA. He's gotten the kill. And now they're on to Aikado. He is on the run, and while they may have gotten the dragon, they will not get away with most of their lives. Teamfight goes the way of Sensei Squad.
Yeah, and it's pretty unfortunate just because your mid laner is so far behind. He's not exactly contributing too much as opposed to Nico, who's doing a lot of damage with her ultimates. That recently got buffed, like I want to say 2 patches ago, where her Pop Blossom is a shield. The shield on it is a 0.7 5 ratio instead of a 0.5 as it used to be. So it's substantial shield, and then you're still doing a lot because of the stun on top of your on top of all the damage it brings. So unfortunately, Fred being behind is gonna hurt his team. Not exactly doing what they need in order to take down this Aphelios or Midnight Slushy away from the fight, so then she doesn't get these huge ultis, or if Boosted Asian has a lot of shotguns to prevent him from dealing tons of damage to the enemy team. So unfortunate that the mid lane is a little bit behind, and that's a lot of their deficit right now, but hopefully the GSM will be able to make it out with having Warsnug and A still doing a lot of damage, being on a Syndra, as well as Aikado doing a ton of work thanks to being a Red Kane alongside Conqueror, soon building a Stance.
Yeah, and I full on agree with you. Like, the Mordekaiser is just so far behind right now. 129 CS, and the first item built was a Rallies, and that hurts. When you can't build the main item you want, it just hurts.
Yeah, I mean, it's still one of his core items, which is fine. He's getting some pretty good benefits off that, but not doing a lot of damage, and also not living long enough in order to stop some of these important ultis is definitely hurting the team just a little bit. Hopefully he'll be able to scale right back up into this game, though, and meet his team in the middle to win out. So right now we have 2 people maybe spotted out. No, they were just pinged a little bit, and they're trying to set up a little bit of a death bush to get a pick off.
I think they were spotted out. I think there was a ward that spotted out the Leona, and now the fight is starting. The ultimate will be dodged, so no solar flare will be activated. US Secret Service try to get away, but will be taken out. So will Aikado. Aikado is taken out now. And I did hear the Pop Blossom come out, and it was from Midnight Slushy. And that's not the main fight I want to see. And Furious will get the kill, but Midnight Slushy will also fall. And now we see they are once again on the chase. Arya Panda's trying his best to get away, but he will not be able to. That'll be another kill being given over to Edforius, and now Worst Monk NA is on the run. Overall, it was a win for the side of GSM, but I don't really know what happened tough side. I know that Midnight Slushy was losing, but I want to know what exactly had happened.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Midnight Slushy lost her life to Jacqueline's Lamp, but I'd say overall that was a win for Sensei Squad, just because they only really lost US Secret Service, while everyone else on their team managed to pick up a couple kills, thanks to just everyone being there and dying. Furious is scaling up pretty strong. Jacqueline's Lamp still probably can actually, duel really well against Edforius right now, but he's being in the side lanes most of the time to get these lanes pushing. Now he's opting into pushing the spot side because Dragon is spawning up soon and want to make sure that Edforius doesn't take down that bot tower.
Yeah, and um, something I just kind of wanted to point out. Uh, During the fight, I thought Midnight Slushy was there because I heard that
Yeah,
Pop Blossom come out.
yeah,
So
he
I
was.
immediately was like, and there's the Nico. Where where's the Nico? I was trying to figure out where exactly Midnight Slushy was. I thought Midnight Slushy, I don't know, was having like some kind of graphical glitch where she just didn't appear on the map at all for some unknown reason.
Yeah, no. In top side, try to use it against Jackalop's Lamp. Jackalop's Lamp pins up the kill onto Midnight Slushy instead. You know, just right plant things, but Ari Panda looks like he might be caught out right here.
The ultimate coming out from Jack will actually keep him safe. The flash will be used, however, and so Jack Lamp and our Panda are low. They do see where Aikado is, and we see that everywhere he goes, that Edforius is following, and immediately they're going straight onto him, and they're going straight off of the dragon straight into a fight. The ultimate was used by Fred. Fred will be able to pick up the kill onto Zale. The ultimate coming out from Midnight Slushy is huge, but will not be able to do much. And Furious is the last man standing. He is trying to get away, but will not be able to. That'll be an ace over to GSM.
Yeah, and having this Cloud Drake is good. Our second Cloud Drake is going to help out because of how good their ultimates are and how impactful they can be in this game. Picking up the second dragon is definitely going to help. The lead was closing into about 300 on the side of GSM, but now they managed to expand it back to about 1,700 gold, back into their favor. And picking up another turret is going to knock that up to about a 2,500 gold.
Yeah, and it kind of was just because of the fact that Aikado and Worst Monk NA were just I don't know, they were just never touched, but like they were alive, and that was where most of this damage came out from. Obviously, Douglas Lamp will do damage too, and I'm not saying he wasn't a key role there, but Worst Monk NA kept alive. We see what happened. It seemed like the minute Worst Monk NA was kept alive, able to use the abilities and get everything off, everything started to open up for DSM.
Yeah, especially with having about two items now, which is generally pretty strong spot for mages. Once they have their two items, they can do a lot more. They can wave clear excellently, clearing out the back wave with only one or two abilities alongside with just clearing out the entire wave. So this is certainly a power spike for GSM right now. They still have a super powerful Kane that's looking to pick up a Starage gauge, I believe, next, which will just increase his damage and his tankiness overall. So that's going to help out a ton. While on the side of Sensei Squad, they still have the Fidos that is pretty strong right now. Still 20 CS up against this Syndra, and a couple kill or a kill along, or yeah, a kill ahead. So looking to pick up the next crit item, I'd imagine be like an Infinity Edge because you don't necessarily need that another Zeal item immediately, because actually this is the point where you're actually already blowing up your lethality on Thelios. No longer extra bonus armor penetration, it's now lethality. So I would think upgrading that lethality, the second stat is not a bad choice.
Oh, Midnight Slushy was able to get the Pop Blossom off, and that'll save him. And that's happened now twice for GSM, where they think they're able to avoid that ultimate, and it doesn't happen. And speaking of that, ultimate will not be uh, will not be missed by Boosted Agent or by Fred, but Fred is taken out by Boosted Agent. The ultimate coming in key there, but it'll be 1-for-1 overall. Obviously, we see Midnight Slushy go in, try to get a bit of help for Zale, but not having your top laner there is gonna hurt. They're going in for a fight. And here comes the TP from Enforius. And now it's just the disengage. But Enforius will get the Fear Beyond Death onto Jack Love's Lamp. And now, what seemed like it was going perfect for DSM, now is going right for Sunset Squad as they're going straight onto Aikado. The Executioner's calling are made, so Aikado will not be healing a whole bunch, but the Solar Flare will keep him safe. A key ability coming in to save the jungler, so they will not be able to get the kill, and only at the expense of the Solar Flare.
Yeah, and that also means since they couldn't get the kill, the Sensei squad won't be able to push for this Baron because Aikado is 3 levels up on US Secret Service, just because of how much kills he's been getting, or successful ganks he's been getting off, and kills specifically in those successful ganks, and as well as just farming really well. He's, you know, if you want to go for Baron, it's no longer a 50-50. It's more so like a, like an 80-20 because of how much of a lead on his smite he has over the US Secret Service.
Oh my goodness, that's a 3-level lead.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
if you look at the farm, that's 100 farm difference. On top of
Yeah.
just having so many kills. They have the same kill participation, but 100 extra farm is definitely boosting how much EXP he has.
Yeah, and that is that's just scary. That's just scary to look at, to be honest.
Definitely. So it is Red Cane with Game 3 and 3 items around this area. And right now, though, we are in the Dragon. They're looking to pick up this. Each team is looking to pick up their 3rd Drake of the game, 3rd Cloud Drake in its entirety. So we're just going to be doing a little bit of a dance back and forth. Not exactly wanting to engage or be the first ones to engage, even though Sensei Squad has such a strong engage thanks to US Secret Servant's Elastic Slingshot. Jacko's name is Secret. Definitely.
The ultimate comes out, but it hits no one, and Midnight Slush is immediately kicked out of that fight. He's going to get back in, but Worst Monk NA is still alive. So he's just able to do everything, and now it is Sensei Squad on the run. That'll be another kill given over, and now everything is going terrible for Sensei Squad. GSM picking up another dragon, and now they're going to have Soul Point next.
Yeah, no, rotating over to the Baron, which is a nice call to make, considering that you have such a strong jungler against them, and you have such a long respawn time over it all. But the Nico's Pop Blossom is going to be up soon, and you only have a Syndra to do your DPS. Fred is definitely going to do quite a bit with his passive, but he is behind in terms of where everyone else is, so it's not exactly the most DPS he can be doing.
Yeah, and wow, just like that, the health of Midnight Slush just vanished.
Yeah,
And
combo from the Syndra is going to do a lot.
yeah, I feel like if Worst Monk got the ultimate off, that would have spelled disaster for Midnight Slushy.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely could have. Picking up the Spellbinder now means that, once you pop that ultimate, you pop the Spellbinders alongside of it, and you're just going to be doing just a trillion damage to whoever you are hitting with that outplay button, as they say.
Yes, the biggest of buttons is always the outplay button. Like a Veigar. Because
Veigar's outplay button is also very fun to play with, but whereas Monk, he really doesn't even need to hit any of his other abilities sometimes. Veigar has to hit, his stun alongside his W and Q sometimes if he needs it. But he'll generally hit the full combo and then the ulti, while Morse Monk, as a Syndra, he can just honestly just hit Q a couple times, not even hitting them, and then throw the ulti, and sometimes you'll even one-shot the ADCs with that.
yeah, and I do just want to say that it's looking bad. It looked pretty good at the start. We saw boosted Asian was pretty far ahead. They're going straight on the boosted agent, and he is popped. Now they are on the run. They want nothing to do with this fight. And there is the stopwatch being used, but that'll be the triple kill over for the Syndra. And they are pushing in this mid lane. 30-second timers is what they're dealing with. And I think they could actually just go ahead and end it here. They can... Will they go for the end? What do you think?
I wouldn't think so, just because they don't have an ADC to traditionally do a lot of damage to these towers to thirst them down. They have Baron buff minions, but they also are against a Nico who can clear out these minions pretty well. As you see right now, they only have the cannon minion, and he's not close enough in order to tank up these tower shots. So they're going to have to go ahead and disengage because they don't necessarily have the pushing power they normally would have with an ADC traditionally.
Now, you want to know what could have happened, and they would have been able to probably take a shower? Imagine this, okay? It's some random scenario. Instead of having the traditional Mordekaiser build, tank Morty.
No. We saw how that worked out with Jackalop's Lamp, and right now it's going to be a caught out US Secret Service with looks like Smoke and A has gone gold.
Yeah, and the Olymp player goes out. It hits no one, but that's okay because they're going to be able to fight it. Our Panda does fall, but that's none of the main carries. And we see that Aikado is still in there. He is going to fall, and now everyone's on the run. Jackalop's Lamb says, "I will be the sacrificial lamb, you all scram." That'll be the kill, or the, not the kill, the win in a team fight for Sensei Squad.
Yeah, well played. It looks like they extended just a little too long and gave up allies because of that. So it's gonna be pretty unfortunate because we have this dragon spawning up so soon. Akado will be spawning just a little sooner than the dragon, so he will be able to make it to the dragon before they are managed to burst it, unless for somehow Boost Station just has a 3-second burst to take down this next dragon. We will probably be seeing another fight happening at this dragon pit, or a pit, and then the dragon.
A 3-second boost, boosted agent, 3-second ability. Simple, just have your Infernum out.
Infernum plus the Severum combo could maybe do it, but I don't believe they will necessarily have the burst. We have Aikado running towards it, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and, yep, take out that dragon before they can go ahead and stall. And maybe some Pates are going to get out because they don't have their whole team here.
Yeah, our Panda is in the rough there. Our Panda can just be sent right back to that gray screen. That'll be, once again, a kill and a dragon. So now, some point for both sides. Let's go ahead. Let's make this a 50-50 shot. Which team are you taking?
Well, I gotta say, I mean, overall, I'm thinking that, Sensei Squad is doing an excellent job. Personally, I am a fan of how well GSM has been doing, but some of the calls are not necessarily what you need because Jackalop's Lamp and Warsmonk and A both have their TPs up, but they decided to walk over to the dragon instead of using their TP on a nearby minion or even the tower and utilize that extra burst of movement speed. Halo fan pointed out in the chat how, you know, they have 2 TPs up, but they refuse to use it in order to rotate the dragon faster, in order to try to fight for this soul point a little better. Even though Aikado's not there, you could try to stall out the fight just a little bit longer. So I think Sensei Squad just has a little bit of a stronger advantage just because they're making better calls than how GSM is doing right now.
I'll be honest though, I think the main reason why they didn't use their TP is because I think they just saw it wasn't gonna even be close. I think they decided it was just better to keep it than to try, especially because Aikado was nowhere to be seen. So I think they just decided keeping the TP is much better than using it for nothing and having a long timer just for no reason whatsoever.
Well, you say long timer, but this is the buffed TP as well, so it's only on a about a 4 minute time, 4 minute cooldown, I believe, is the new one.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, just about a 4 minute. Yeah, 4 minutes is the new cooldown. So, using the TP would definitely come to the advantage, especially because you have the home guards alongside of the TP, giving you a speed boost, 50% speed boost when you get out of it. So you'll just be running directly to the dragon really, really quickly and able to stall out just a little longer for Aikado to get to fight, because he was almost there. He was at the wolves whenever, whenever they were like whenever they finished the Drake, so you stall out a little longer, fine. But Mikado looks like he's going to get caught out here. No, he's going to be able to get out of there thanks to the Shadow Dash. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Umbro Dash.
No, Umbro Trespass is his ultimate. Let me see. We have Shadow Step, Umbro Trespass, and Reaping Slash. I know.
Why does this guy have to be so emo?
Yeah, I know, exactly. He has the edgiest names. We have the blades, and I already forgot the one is Q. Reaping Slash, I think.
Yes.
Shadow Step, and then the Umbro Trespass.
They're going straight for Baron. I don't want to say this is a forced Baron, but that was not the best. That is a huge ultimate coming out by Midnight Slushy. And now the fight is going the way of Sensei Squad. 2 members go down on the side of GSM, and Midnight Slushy will pick up the other. 5 members go down, and they say, "Thank you for starting the Baron early. We will take it."
But 5 members, but Fred's alive. Regardless, I mean, they're taking the Baron, so they, like you said, that was a little bit of a forced Baron right there. They didn't necessarily need to do that because they still have, on the side of GSM, they still have really strong team fight potential if they play team fights right, but they decided to go for the objective instead.
Yeah, that was just a full-on forced Baron. There was, I don't know if they were just starting to panic, maybe, because they're like, oh, wait, we have the one thing that they don't have. We have a mage that is not going to be as heavy carrying as an Aphelios come the later stages of the game. I don't know if that was just them being under pressure, or whatever went through their mind. But
Yeah.
there was no reason for that to happen, honestly. There really was no reason.
Yeah, I mean, especially because, as a Halo fan pointed out, no ADC, and you want to force a Baron, it's not necessarily going to go out that great. Again, like Fred would probably be the next guy that does the most amount of DPS to an objective, and that's not going to be that much anyway. So, not looking great for the side of GSM right now. And since Gold Lead is all back in favor of Sensei Squad.
Yeah, and again, the fight is going to break loose. They will be able to get the Cloud Soul, but they will be doing this fight without Fred. Fred is dead. Warsmonk NA has not been touched, but it seems like he is trying to be on the run. That'll be another kill. 5 members strong on the side of Sensei Squad. And now they're just gonna go ahead and push it in. Those are long timers, and they only have 2 members. Again, it was just more. This time, it's not really forcing per se, but this time, just not a good choice to try and start the dragon.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, starting the dragon isn't necessarily that bad, but Aikado's going to go in using the Emerald Trespass onto a low health target.
Yeah,
Midnight Slushy goes down, but he still goes down in great. So now, it looks like Warsmonk NA is going to go down too, thanks to Moonshot.
Yep, and that'll be the game. And that was a joke. That was a joke of a lead that they had. And it all started with just them having that Baron, them being a little too confident. They overstayed after getting the kill onto US Secret Cervix. They then lose everything in that process, basically. They then decide, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's take Baron. Baron will be fine, right? No, because Baron is where both Nico and Kiana feed off of. That is ultimate heaven for them.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I mean, they try to start doing objectives where, they don't have a traditional ADC in order to help push burst down these objectives as opposed to how the side of Sensei Squad, they have a traditional ADC, they can burst down these objectives. We saw how they did with that Dragon Pit, and GSM just made too many bad decisions right there, where, for starting off with the Dragon Pit, not using their TPs in order to meet there faster, or starting up that Baron and then getting caught out there instead of trying to, maybe find a pick before they go ahead and pick the Baron, because they have such strong pick and team fight potential overall. So overall, it's it's not really looking, or it didn't really look that well for GSM. Just not the best calls, I would say. But overall, Sensei Squad just played it a little bit better. They made good calls and scaled them to this late game where we have Nico and a few of the powerhouses. Nico not taking the right rune, but still doing an excellent job in lane against Mordekaiser, and then transitioning into this late part of the game where her ultimates were huge.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what? Let's think about it. The main people that just love using their ultimates come late game, and that's really all they're there for, is Nico, Kennen, Kiana. I might be missing out someone. Kale last season with the whole Kai'Sa thing. So it was just mainly, well, what's gonna happen now? What's
Yeah.
next?
So that's going to be it for this series, or series 4 GSM Platinum. We're going to go on and have Sensei Squad move up, and I'm not exactly sure how the bracket looks, so I can't tell you what's exactly next. But for today, I have let's see, look at the announcement. Next we are gonna do, I believe, it's going to be me alongside a vid to do the Goliath Esports Lions versus Final Boss, and then because I believe that's only going to be one game, because we only managed to save one game there. So, but I believe it's going to be like the last game. So, or like it was the last game of their series. So whoever wins that one is going to be the winners of that series and move on. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to be looking at a live cast with Double Pack Game versus Team Krugs. So thanks for tuning in for tonight. Hopefully this setup right here worked out pretty well. No issues on your guys' side. And thanks for tuning in. Stick around or come back soon for the next one, being Final Boss versus the Goliath Esports Lions. So I've been Red Skull Dragon. He's been Asami, back into the saddle a little bit. So we'll see you around.
Adios.
And now I'll actually play the music.
Moving too fast, life is moving in slow-mo. I'm a god, but I actually don't know. Homie, better put your pride aside. I'm a Benz, get more like a Volvo. Your best stuff looks like my words. Synapses, fire, and burst. Got the whole crew with me, about to do damage. You know we ain't average. I ain't gonna say this again, but it's in my time. Better look in my eyes. I'm a genius in the skies with my heart on my sleeve. You force you a block to a king in his prime. Everybody got a line. Sit back with the stars in line. I finesse like my life on the nine. Was a diamond in the rough, and now I shine.
No one could stop us, they'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants. Yeah. Shutting it down. Been in the grind, and my people all up in this place. Spinning this thing, go to my rank. Royalty up in my veins. I'm loco, think I'm so cold. I say something, ain't no going back. Now they ask where Kiki's at. I'm like, you can't hang with that. 쏟아져 빛이 멀게 된 눈이 멈추지 않아. Once we go, 내게 더운 날로 모든 배워 빨리 달려. 넌 못 따라와. True damage we do it. True damage 보여줄게. 뭐든 쉽게. 이기든 지든 my crew make the beat. No one could stop us. They'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're waiting. Oh, we coming right back. This time they're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants.
I keep on shattering time. I'ma just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You just quit sleeping on mine. You got your back on reclined. When I damage your delicate spine, please don't act out, shy and surprised. They be like, what you mean? What is your winning scheme? I got a giant team. Biggest my self-esteem. Run it back, running man. They think they go hard, I'm like, come again. You run at a time and I'm busting in. While you stumbling, I got this blade in my hand for your punishment.
We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're waiting. Oh, we coming right back. This time they're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants. Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you play for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope
welcome back. You thought you could get rid of us, but we're back with final boss versus Goliath Esports Lions game.
Yeah, and you know, you saying that. I'll be honest, kind of reminded me of It kind of reminded me of a certain anime. It was actually us of Dio.
Yes. You thought you were going to get different casters, but it's really us, Deal. And while talking, let's just go ahead and jump right into this game. So we have the final boss on Blue's side. You want to go ahead and introduce them? Oops, I put that down, but there you go.
Yes, sir. So on the side of final boss, on the blue side, we have Jaja Moment in the top lane as Renekton, FB Quaid on Elise in the jungle, Saishi on Pantheon in the mid lane, and the bot lane we have Pharaoh. And I'll be honest, it's a
Danny
little
Cool
blurred for me. I think it's
241.
Danny Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And whoa, that was a nice hook or a nice flash hook by Danny, but race code, you guys gotta cleanse it off. It'll be safe.
Yep, and as for the red side, we have Goliath Esports Lions, Twitch.tv, Bro Lee Bro, in the top lane playing Zac. Interesting pick, I like it, spicy. We have Orson Lannister playing the Sejuani in the jungle, less spicy, but still nice. Raise Cold in the mid lane playing the Veigar, who just used his cleanse, really good cleanse right there. Out of all the people for Danny Cool to grab, he went for the Veigar and didn't see that he had cleanse. So, I mean, he got the cleanse down, so Seishi could do a little extra aggression in this early parts of the game. Then we have Fish Chips and Armadeus playing Ezreal and Senna in the bot lane to round off their combo.
Yep, and as I said, it does. Like, the cleanse being used in that mid lane is
Oops, I
pretty
keep
nice
doing that.
for Seishi, but cleanse is coming up pretty quickly. Not a long timer.
Yeah,
So,
as opposed to Flash, so not exactly the best trade, but this also opens up them to be a little aggressive, like this aggressive gank we're going right now. Ooh.
yep, and wow, that was a really nice web. Predicted where the flash would go, got the flash out of, I can't tell if it's both because it's so messed up for me, but I think
I mean, Fish Chips and Armadeus did use both of their flashes there. All sums are gone for the side of Goliath Esports Lions. On the bot side, I mean.
yeah, it was really nice what happened.
Alright.
Uh,
I want to point out, he flashed because he thought that he thought Sejuani was going to dash over the wall. So he stopped the dash, but he didn't stop the other flash. So he traded his flash for flash, essentially.
nice trade overall.
Really gotta exert that early game dominance. I'm not afraid to flash on you. I don't care if you'll go over the wall. I'm making sure you're using your flash.
Yep. And so far, Danny and Quaid, Quaid have already showed what kind of damage you're gonna deal if one of them ends up getting grabbed. So it's gonna be a little scary, especially for this bot lane who's playing such safe picks as the Ezreal and Senna.
I do want to point out that Taya Lol in the chat saying that Sejuani's level 2 and he doesn't run flash, or he doesn't run Q level 2. So I don't know, man. I'm not a Sejuani player. I'm assuming that's my line of thought where he flashed. Yeah. Well.
Oh, and they're going right onto Broly Bro, but he'll be able to stay safe. Just use it the small.
And ooh, the hook lands.
Yeah, and hook, pretty nice. They will end up. I guess technically they did end up losing in that trade. They're going straight onto Raise Code now, but Raise Code will be able to get away, even sends out the baby cage, make sure they can't chase him anymore. Web just going a little too short to hit Raisin.
Yeah, try to get a good CC champion going on, but a little too short in order to make that happen. Right now, it's pretty interesting. We have a Zac top lane. You know, we haven't really brought a lot of attention to this, other than I'm saying that's a pretty spicy pick. But yeah, do you have any insight on the Zac top lane, or should I just go ahead and talk about it?
So, if you just go ahead and take a look, he's running the Conqueror. So,
Spicy.
obviously, having Zac top lane is safe because of the fact he can just heal, and not only that, but he has a self revive already, and he's going to be able to sustain in the lane. So there's not too much fear as the Zac. So you won't have to be afraid of too much. You have your own self revive. He has Conqueror. He's going to be safe and sound. So as long as he plays safe, for all I know, it could be absolutely I could be absolutely wrong, and Broly Bro might be, but you know, I don't think that'll end up happening.
Pretty interesting play from the top side. He rotated all the way down. He walked down to the dragon and then just TP'd back to top lane. And
Yeah.
now they're just going ahead and chasing down Razor Cold. We have FB Quiet and Seishi running him down, but looks like he'll be able to escape through the jungle.
Yeah, and Risco did end up staying safe. That baby cage really stopped them in their tracks there. Well, hey, I mean, for all we know, he could have wanted to be spicy and just take Q second. Because why not?
Yeah.
Am I right?
I mean,
Now, is it a smart pick? No, it is not. It is
Yeah.
absolutely not the smart pick at all.
thanks for the information. Sejuani doesn't take Q until level 3. I guess it does make sense that is the frostbite glaive thing, and then the W where it does the swipe and then the forward, just like it does Xin Zhao, but on a bear, on the war bear ability. So it does make sense that you don't take Q until level 3. So thanks for the information, or if you change gank, true. So thanks for that, Twitch chat. And with this game right now is, right now the only kill is that early one that we got in the bot lane, which, I mean, Tyson coming back with a BF sword is going to be huge, considering that Ezreal is going to be a little bit weaker buying a tier first item.
Yeah. And we do see that both junglers are in opposite side. It looks like they're wanting a death push for Orson, but they have no clue that Orson's not making his way over. He's top side.
Yeah, top side, and then he's going to recall. So they're just going to go ahead and take the blue buff. He's like, he's not coming, I'm just going to leave. So take the blue buff, go ahead and leave. Not going to miss out too much because they're going to go ahead. And they missed the last land for her. But, take it a long way around. And not going to miss 2 minions, so you have a big wave. So they didn't really lose out too much by making that death wish too. So that's pretty good play. Communication by everyone right there. Judge a Moment is sitting on top of the board, unknowns to him, looking to maybe tower dive because the other jungler is also in the area.
Yeah, they are wanting to go for this tower dive. So ultimate did come out from Jaja, but nothing else happened since Orson was right there. The only thing that happens is the ultimate from Jaja, and that'll be it.
Other than the flash
And the
Race
flash.
mode,
The flash from Race Ghost too.
Yeah, you can't forget, he did flash over the Raptor's wall,
Yeah.
even though we're looking at only at the bot lane, because, a Riot client loves the action in this bot lane farming right now. Looking for Danny Cool hit a hook, but unfortunately not hitting any. We saw that Raze Cold uses flash, and he was on the other side of Raptor, so I'm assuming that, those two are connected.
Yeah. And I do just want to go ahead and say that Jaja did end up knowing that, okay, I'm gonna
first.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the ultimate did come out, but that was it. Heal was used by Fish Chips and the flash from Armadillo, but that'll be it at the cost of Seishi's ultimate. It's not coming to my mind what the name of it is, but
I
oh
believe
well.
it's
who
Grand
knows?
Starfall.
Okay. Who needs names like Grand Starfall anyway? Am
Yeah,
I
you know,
right?
Pantheon R, we all know what that does. The Thunder Thighs coming in. Speaking of Thunder Thighs, he's going to get land a stun onto Raze Cold and do a full combo. Not enough to kill, but enough to assert his dominance in this lane.
Yeah, and again, both junglers are just they're kind of just knowing where each one's gonna be. It's been twice now where both junglers are exactly where they need.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, we have FB Quad. He's in the mid lane because he wants to drop this Rift Herald down.
Ooh.
And Orson Lancer is making sure that they don't get a tower dive onto Raze Cold. So they are going to get this charge off, which means a lot of money for everyone, except for Seishi because he's not in range. Feels bad.
man, imagine trying to get the gold, but instead the Thresh gets it, not you.
Oh, dude, it's fasting Senna, but instead of having Senna, you have a Kaisa. Instead of, you know, the 80s, instead of getting farm, you get tower plates.
Yep, and oh no, that was the ultimate outplay coming out from the Vager, and Danny may have stepped up just a little too much, thinking that it was just a normal fight, but everyone else comes to the rescue.
Yeah, I do want to point out, I believe Orson Lancer flashed in place. I feel like he flashed. I saw a flash, and then I saw Seishi flash away towards his tower, so I feel like Orson Lancer flashed in place. On top of Seishi, maybe he was returning that flash from earlier, whenever he was found in level 2 in that in the Rift Herald pit.
Yeah. That has to be. And the hook almost finding its mark, but will not be able to. They will know that they are 3 men strong right there. And there's the Zac. Zac is making his way mid. They're going to give up this Mountain Drake. I'm kind of hoping it's an Ocean Drake.
It's fine.
It's fire. But
Yeah.
of course it's fire.
It's a 50-50, you know, it happens. But it's okay, that just means that this Conqueror Zac is going to do amazing damage if they get the Dragon Soul. It's going to be insane. He's going to heal so much, he's going to do so much damage, you're going to fear the name Zac. But right now we have Danny Cool. We're moving back to the top, to the mid lane. He looks like the side of Final Boss. They're doing a lot to rotate around and try to look for a lot of kills. We've seen that, 1 second.
Yeah, they are doing a lot of rotating, though, as he was saying. They're doing a lot of rotations. Seems like they're really wanting to get something onto this mid laner. However, Seishi has said a little too much. There will be the ultimate once again. That'll get the kill over to Raze Code, who now is 2-0. And now they're trying to get another kill, but they're split up. Raze Code will fall, the electrocute proccing. No, there are nothing to be had there. They will walk away. It'll be a 1-for-1. Shutdown going over to FB Play.
Which is pretty good because he's the jungler, so he can bring that lead around to other laners rather than, the alternative is that the support gets it and then he could maybe build a tankier item sooner, but putting it onto the Elise means that you could maybe get another kill somewhere else and just bring that power to other lanes. So right now, and I was saying this, I didn't really complete my thought, but Final Boss is doing a lot of rotations. We've been seeing that Judge moment. He's been walking all the way from top lane down really quite often to make some of these plays, as well as Danny Cool rotating into the mid lane, trying to look to push advantages. Danny Cool's running straight at Fizz Chips and not be able to land the hook.
Yeah, Danny was really wanting to get that hook off. Just chasing him to the end of the earth. And
Quad is out here looking to fight Broly Bro, but he has Flash available and he's going to go ahead and use it. He also has the Bramble Vest, which helps out a little when trading against the Renekton, because he can't heal as much after he does his combo. But unfortunately, not going to be able to survive because it's armor, not magic. So he's given.
yeah, and once again, they're going for this, but he has the ultimate, or the passive. They will pick up the kill, so that will be a successful regank, but there's no platings to really get.
Yeah, but they can still look for this first tower of the game. It is a little late to look for platings because it is the 14-minute mark, but first turret is also still very good. Trying to get Renekton, who is this mid-game powerhouse, to continue his mid-game powerhousing. And ultimate's just gonna whiff on Seishi.
Yeah, it'll go just a little bit wide, but
Ooh.
oh, that was a great hook there. Ortho Lannister will fall to the ignite on Danny Cool.
Yep. And you know that's pretty good right there. They're increasing their leads a little bit, giving everyone a little an assist to help them out. Judge Moment is looking to go for an engage here, getting the stun off on to Armadutes. And full combo onto Pharaoh, but Pharaoh uses the heal in order to survive the primordial burst. But now he's stuck in the middle.
Yep, he is stuck in there, and Pharaoh comes back in with the ultimate. Will make sure he gets the kill onto Face Gold. Let's bounce being used, but who's really bouncing anymore? Seishi will pick up the kill on the Armado. That'll be a great. I want to say it was pretty good, pretty nice, but I feel like it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I think Final Boss played that fight excellently out there. Mark Haynes, thanks for telling me turn up my mic. I've been pretty iffy about how I'm sounding just because I'm looking at the lines, the color lines thing that tells me how loud I am. But hopefully I sound better now. I'm not as quiet. And yeah, so back to that. Final Boss, I feel like they played that really excellently all around. Danny Cool going in, even though he's on like 2 HP, he's like, oh yeah, I'll just run at them, get the flay onto fish ships and Broly Bro, and then also landing the death sentence on Armadutes, getting the kill on the Armadutes, and I think, yeah, that was like almost no one dying right there.
Yeah, and it honestly was really, really nice, and they're going to get this Inferno Soul, meaning that it is now going to be Soul Point.
Yep, getting that third Drake is going to make it so that they can threaten Soul Point, which makes Baron, which would be up by then, a little contested a little bit. They will have, you can theoretically try to, trick him into thinking that you're going for Baron or going for this Soul. So, both objectives being very important, where they don't necessarily want to have Seishi doing so much more damage. Renekton, a mid-game champion, just doing so much more damage and bringing it into basically with the Infernal Soul can probably bring him into the a very strong late game still. Maybe not the strongest, but still have a lot of viability for his mid game. Bringing the mid game into a late game sort of thing, where he can maybe burst out the ADCs.
And, it looks like, yep, Grand Starfall is going to come out. The cleanse will be automatic by Race Code. They are going under tower. They will get the kill. It'll be a solo kill over to Seishi. Seishi will be able to get away. Ultimate will be used by Armado, but the kill will not be picked up.
I believe Seishi just used his flash in order to dodge that, because I heard the flash down. I see that Seishi's flash is down, so I'm assuming that he used it. So good reaction time by Seishi right there to dodge out of the Senna ultimate.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I think he did, because as you said, his flash is on cooldown, and he was backing in the bush.
Looks like not sure where that ultimate was really aiming at. Maybe he was looking for Seishi. He was thinking, oh, obviously he ran behind his first tower, and is looking to back behind his second tower, but not going to find Seishi, seeing that he's now in the mid lane, full HP, unharmed, and looking to make something else happen.
Yeah, and again, it's so, I don't know, it's so weird just seeing Danny Cool slowly make his way to you.
I mean, Moe Boots is just is a gap closer if no one hits you.
Yeah, that is true. But
And
it's just,
yeah.
it's just so weird seeing Danny Cool. He has no fear whatsoever. He walks up to him like a zombie would to a human, and it's just, I'm gonna get you. I will get you at some point in time.
Yeah, just walking right up towards you. It looks like Quad is going to use the Rift Arrow, going super low because of it. But they're going to drop that, and looks like it's going to just pop because
wow.
it's not exactly placed in the greatest spot right there. And they won't be able to protect that because Quaid kind of got really low off that.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan was there. He walked straight up. There was no minions to protect him. The Thrashers are gonna take the damage. The Kai'Sa's definitely not gonna take that damage. I don't really know what the game
It was
plan
a
there
dominance play, saying it's like, I can place this down and walk away without you killing me. It was really just showing up. It's like, yeah, you can't do it. You don't got the damage. You know, even though you are fully stacked Ezreal or fully stacked tier Ezreal already with a Sheen, you don't have the damage. Bet.
Uh-oh. And you can see they're making a play. It looked like maybe it wasn't going to be it. But the hook from Danny Cool again. That will be a kill though. Oh wait, no. It wasn't. And Quaid is going to be able to get away. Wow. Stopwatches and
Stopwatch repel and then yeah. Just that was an excellently played tower dive because Bro did a good job in responding. He got the person who was getting the tower aggro, slapped him back in the tower, but then Danny Cool was like, stopwatch. Because he already built stopwatch so he can build the Gargoyle Stone Plate, and then Quad then taking the tower aggro so then he can just use his repel in order to get out of there. Really excellently bounced around tower aggro in order to make sure that everyone gets out of there alive.
yeah, and it was really close for Jaja because Jaja was so low and he got they're trying to set up a death push here and they will be yep, there it is. The outplay of the century by Raise Code, ladies and gentlemen.
Hit or win game. Well, maybe not win game, but you definitely pick up a kill for yourself. And, Void is really low right there. Danny Cole is going to take a little bit of extra damage from that True Shot Barrage, and they're going to go ahead and start up this Infernal Dragon, grabbing the jungler.
Yeah, and again, a really nice grab. And are they back in away from it? Or, no, they just pulled it out, okay. And they're in there. They will steal it, and they will get the soul. And now they are on the run. Oh, Pharaoh is caught. He will go down. Here comes the Renekton. And he will not be able to do much. Danny Cool still on the run. Trying his best. Lay will not connect. He will go down. All right, there it is. He goes down finally. And they get the soul, but they lose everyone except for Jaja.
Yeah, they're looking to get this mid lane pushed out. They know that they don't have enough damage to deal with a Baron right now, nor not enough time either. So they're going to go ahead and rotate to the mid lane and make the right play of going ahead and push that tower. Personally, I would have liked them to see, or I would like to see if they left someone in the bot lane in order to push out and get that power as well. But it's like Grand Starfall is going to come out and nothing from it.
You know, it's like you said earlier, just dominant. No, just yeah, I got an ulti that'll make you run away. What you got, homie?
Yeah, definitely. So now Seishi is again asserting his dominance onto Orson Lancer, but he has armor dudes in the wings right behind him.
Yeah, he's not afraid at all. We did see the ultimate come out from Ezreal, make sure they weren't on Baron. So good check. They aren't.
Yeah. They did. Oh boy, I hope you guys can't hear that dog.
Oh no, we can definitely hear that dog.
Oh man.
But there is another fight going on. The outplay button was huge, but did not connect. But two members go down, and now the rest of Final Boss are on the run. Pharaoh is caught though. He will go down, and now it is on to the Baron. Only Jaja and Danny are alive. Are they going to try and make a play. No, they're gonna back away and they are going to just give it up.
Yeah.
That'll be the Baron.
Yeah, so even though they got this early Infernal Soul, they're not necessarily, they're slowly getting outscaled now with having two ADCs alongside of Vigor. They're just getting outscaled, and a lot of these team fights are being played very excellently. Having the double tank for top lane and a jungler is helping out a ton for the side of Goliath Esports Lions, since they have basically three carries right here, and having two cleanses on them means that it's hard to lock down and get picks. At least on those two, while Ezreal has a safe escape as well using his arcane shift. So this is looking pretty good in favor of Goliath Esports Lions, just because they have those 2-1 team fights, and now they're 3,000 gold ahead because of it.
Yeah, and it's looking really bad. They spent a lot for that Infernal base. That lead just vanishing now.
And in Twitch chat, flaming, I don't know if it's me or you, I don't remember what I say. It's not Vigor, it's Vigor, so whatever. But, you know, I guess I'll say it correctly, it's Vagar, so...
I didn't know we ended up having people that would end up getting so hurt that if we pronounce names the way that we wanna, you know, I'm sorry, Twitch chat. I'm sorry. I didn't know that if I say Vigor, you guys would get so hurt. I apologize. I apologize for that. You know.
But anyways, we have Quaid in the top lane. He's looking to maybe push him off the tower at the very least. So, and there we go. We have Ezreal just getting chunked out thanks to that Pantheon. I believe it's Comet Spear.
It's one of the abilities.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
really.
think it's not.
To be honest, I don't really pay attention to the names and how they're supposed to be pronounced. But anyway, going on, since just a little too long. Couldn't
Yeah.
really care less for how the names are. We're kind of just in a part now where nothing much is going on, just a lot of posturing now. And to be honest, what you said about the outscaling is completely correct, but it's just about who can make the better play. If one of them gets a pick, I think it's over immediately.
Yeah, but I mean, they have two cleanses available, so if one of the carries gets picked, they can just cleanse it right off. The first CC at the very least, so they have to try to layer out the CC close together, which makes it a little less efficient, but they're able to ensure to pick a lot better. So it's really a matter if they can manage to find that. We have the Elder Dragon that's coming up soon, which is definitely going to ensure another fight. Final Boss definitely wants to try to fight for this, since they've been doing a lot of these. They've been lacking a little bit in the finishing department for these kills, so Elder Dragon is a way to finish it up. While Broly Bro is in top side because he has the TP available. Jaja Moment also has TP available, but he decides to stick with the team and not risk losing out the fight because of the channel time that it takes.
Yeah, and now we see Zach is just able to do what he wants. He's starting to get really tanky. He's gonna TP in because the Elder Dragon will be up so soon, and immediately he is grabbed by the whole squad. But he's so tanky. He's still not down, and we see that they're trying to get a kill onto one of the back three. Jaja Moment does go down. Vagar does end up securing the kill. They will pick up another one, and now they're on, or now it is going to be Broly Bro on the hunt. Here comes Armado. He is trying to get that kill. Going to grab the stone, will be able to pick it up. Cleanses away, but will still fall. Now it's only those two, or now it's only a 1v1 if they wanted to go for it, but they decided to stay away. That will be the Elder. Oh.
Yeah, and this will definitely start really put the seal on the envelope when it means in terms of how much damage they'll be doing. They have a really solid team of 3 carries, 2 frontline units, and we saw those frontline units didn't die at all. They were taking damage, but they were not dying. really taking the hits that Pharaoh's trying to provide, but and really melt them, but you know it's not working out. Maybe if the Kaisa grabs a Gunzos, it will really help in terms of like really melting these super tanks so that they can go ahead and move on to this back line because Jaja Moment and Seishi are the ones that kind of need to get on top of this back line, or if I mean, theoretically, we could have everyone just jump onto the back line if they're out of position, but they're just doing an excellent job at positioning very well.
Yeah, that last fight, we saw that Jaja went straight in onto the back, but he tried to get the stuck onto someone. No one got hit. We saw Ezreal Arcane shift away. Armadou's just walked away. Race Code was not afraid. So, and now Danny's in a bad spot. Danny's gonna die.
Danny got breathed on.
Yep.
Yeah, and
now
just want to say, Twitch chat, fine, I will say it by a different name instead of Goonzos. I'll say it's Raji Bleed.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Goonzos Raji Bleed. So now they're gonna go ahead and take the Boo and Nushu.
Yeah, man, that is one of my favorite buffs to get. The Boon Nishu.
Yeah, the Boo Nishu. And taking a lot of damage, but they have 3 Odysseys.
Yeah.
And alright, back to real pronunciations now. I can't think of anything else to keep going, but yeah, they're going to go ahead and take the Baron, and they're going to be pretty strong right now. They have the Baron buff for about 3 minutes, which is coincidentally enough time for the Elder Dragon to spawn right back up, so they have a pretty good continuous amount of power if they want to go for strong sieges, which is generally what they kind of have to do thanks to having the team comp of 2 tanks and then 3 carries. You need to have these tanks here so then your carries don't get picked off. But speaking of getting picked off.
Yep, Roly Bro is still alive. He got a kill. What? Broly Bro just so tanky. They're not able to kill him or even take him into the passive. That was what they thought was a pick and immediately got flipped upside down.
Yeah, I gotta say, this team of the strongest mid game is not really working out now that we're transitioning into the late game, seeing how super tanks are just tanking really well, and these 3 carries just can't get on top of. So they're going to go ahead, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and pick up the win, because Seishi doesn't have the wave clear in order to stop this siege. Looking to maybe get one more kill, pat the KDA, but they're just going to go ahead and end the game.
Yeah, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that it all came down to the Vigor. Vigor was so good that entire time.
Yeah.
And honestly,
the way he hit the R button, the Vigor, unfortunately, we didn't have Kaisa build her Goonzos. And, but in all seriousness, really well played by Goliath Esports Lions. This is the only game I have that was saved, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. So, but I'm pretty sure this is the only game, this is the last game they played. So, looks like Goliath Esports Lions will be the ones advancing on into the semifinals, while Final Boss falls, unfortunately not bringing out their super mid-game comp.
Yeah, just unfortunate. But what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, and that's going to be it for us. Actually, this time, we've been streaming since, 5 o'clock. First one being the GSM versus Sensei Squad Platinum team, and now we did this one game of Final Boss versus the Goliath Esports Lions. Goliath Esports Lions won out this one. We had it was Sensei Squad that pulled it out in the last games. And next we have let me check schedule again because I have the memory of a goldfish. It's going to be Dog of Hat Game versus Team Krugs at 8 o'clock. Originally it was going to be at 6 o'clock, but they wrote Pacific Standard Times like a bunch of psychopaths. Like, who writes that when you're when you're in the Oklahoma tournament? But it is what it is. So It will be vid casting with someone. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just gonna stream continuously from 5 o'clock into the midnight shift with Mark Haynes. But yeah, next one is gonna be vid streaming alongside of someone, and then at 8 o'clock with Doghat Game versus Team Kruds for the diamond, and then it's going to finish up with at 10 o'clock where me and Mark Haynes take up the graveyard shift with Sensei Squad fighting Return to Middlesticks, a bunch of psychopaths picking such a late game, but you know what, we'll be there. Hopefully you'll be there too. So thanks for watching. I've been Let's Go Dragon,
I've been Asami.
and we hope to see you soon, or I guess in about 30-20 minutes for the Double Pack game versus Team Krugs. So see you later.
Adios.
Welcome to the world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment. Now is your time, so prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Rise, push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Rise. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions break, the one false step lead the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and